I discovered a puddle of water under my Murphy bed wardrobe, and now I've got to find out where it came from. Okay, I found a leak. It took me a while to figure it out, but I think the culprit is degraded vent seal rings on. I used to have the old Dometic 3-way refrigerator with the vents, and so these seal rings have failed. I don't know if you can see it, but they have little cracks all over the place. This was actually cracked, so I know that was definitely leaking. But this one was even worse because I couldn't even get it off. I mean, that one I was able to get off in essentially one piece, despite where it was already broken. But this one was broken in so many places, cracked in so many places, that I couldn't even remove it in one piece. And when I come up here to this is the top vent cover, you can see this is the part that is underneath that trim ring. And even though I sealed up the compartment when I installed my compressor refrigerator, you can definitely see this has been, at least water has been collecting. This is definitely yucky. It's all gooey. But you can see the mold and mildew from all the water that was sitting. I don't think this is the point that leaked. I don't think my top vent was leaking, but it was getting close, because all this bottom seal is wet. This is what the screws look like when I took them out. So that's definitely leaking around where the screws went into the trim. This is my bottom vent. Now this is definitely where I believe the leak was, because when the trim ring was in, it was up here, and I had this vent hole cover sealed against the trim ring. But when I took it apart, there was a big crack right here, and so you can see water has been leaking down in here for some time, definitely because of this one big crack that was right there. But you can see all around, it's water has been, getting underneath that ring through all the little cracks and everything. So I believe this is where my water leak was. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, forget that stupid vent cover system. I'm going to clean all this up, and then I'm going to cut out black ABS plastic sheet, one big sheet to cover that whole area, and VHB tape it to the rig to seal it on. I'll seal up all those holes. I'm just going to use spray foam, and I'm just going to fill this to seal this whole area, from any future possibility of water infiltration. But, don't learn from me and wait until you find a leak. Inspect your vent trim ring, because, it's when it starts cracking, when it shows signs of deterioration, you've got water leaking in, and you just don't realize it. Okay, I've got it all foamed in. Now I'll just wait for that to dry. I'll trim it flat, and I'll put my panels over it. Okay, I've got my lower vent shaved off. You can see my top vent that I need to work on. But this one, I've got it all cleared off flat. And I used my oscillating blade tool, some different utility knives. I used this so I could make sure I was getting it flat. This scraper with a razor blade, the one with a plastic blade, all these things came in handy to sculpt this out and make it flat. Then I've got my ABS plastic panels, so I'll cut that. Essentially, it's going to look like the cover that I made for my furnace. That'll look good because there's so many other black things on the side of my rig. So let me get on with that. Okay, I've got my new ABS panel cut. I've got VHB tape around it, so it is ready to go on. Okay, I've got my panel on, and I've got the other vent to finish. This panel turned out great. I was even able to make a nice hole for my refrigerator drain tube. This all turned out really nice, and I'll move on to the next one. Now I use painter tape to mark the area that I'm going to put the panel so I can make sure I'm going to get it straight on the wall. Okay, I got my top vent done now. I think it really looks good. It turned out much better than I anticipated. So I am done sealing up my refrigerator vents, and hopefully they are no longer a possible source for a leak.